Hold on a sec, I need to lower the music a little bit, I think. Oh my god, where am I? There am I. Sorry, I turned invisible for a moment. Quite embarrassing for a streamer, you know? Yeah, let's turn the music down just a touch. Maybe about here would be okay? Maybe. Okay, so, hello everybody, it's me, Varia the ViridianGhost. I hope you're all doing alright today. I will be continuing my piece from last Tuesday, so I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming this piece in general, but hopefully we make at least some decent progress today. Admittedly, I haven't really finished my other Merman piece yet, but I am trying to be a bit better about keeping up with the background in this piece, because I think that's the big issue with the last Merman piece, but yeah, it's okay. I'll try to... I think next week I'm gonna try and like focus on art a little bit more, hopefully, maybe. I've just been so busy with gardening and stuff. And also, hello Jay, I hope your day is going alright. Any exciting plans today? Yeah, I actually I'm planning on going out to town, like to Barnes and Nobles later today, some point after stream, just because I think I need to, yeah, I think I need a moment to go out. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop over to the art screen. So didn't really do all that much to this piece since I actually was streaming it. I did blend out some of the parts here, so you'll notice that the shadow is a bit softer looking. But yeah, I'm mostly just kind of focused on the boring shadows, I guess, and I figured I'd try just like focusing on the face first here, and then I'll kind of just bounce around, develop different features more. But yeah, just as I said, I've been very focused on the garden, so of course I said I would do a bunch of the stuff on Wednesday, but admittedly I didn't get it done until you know, Thursday, just because I was you know, I had some dinner and then I just passed out again, so yeah, I've been struggling to stay awake after work. Hopefully I'll be able, that won't be, or hopefully I'll be able to maintain the energy next Wednesday, because I plan to get back to gaming next Wednesday. Fun fact, I will be trying out a demo for a game called Metamorphosis, because there still isn't like the complete version or anything, but yeah, it just looks super duper interesting to me. So I actually talked about it a bit in Clancy's stream, who I rated last time. But yeah, just I found the art to look super fascinating, so I think I'm gonna go and play that next week. Make sure to add it to the brand new schedules. So yeah, some of you guys probably already know, but I'm trying to like actually set up a schedule. I mean, technically I have a schedule, you know, art, game, art, but yeah, so it's like an actual schedule that people can read, so. But yeah, I'll be trying to post that on Mondays, every Monday on Blue Sky. Kind of wondering if I should make some more social medias or something, just so I can promote that, but yeah. I actually thought about a Discord server again, but as I said before, I just don't have a way to, I don't think I have a good way to moderate that, because I know there's like so many bots in Discord. Don't really want to put my members in danger, you know? Kind of sucks, but yeah. But anyways, I'm just getting back to work here. I hope to at least make good progress today, so. Yeah, I'm planning on another 3-hour stream, so. Yeah, as I said, hopefully we make good progress. I probably will be I don't know, maybe next week if I don't get as far as I want to, maybe I can just have a stream where I try to finish both of the this in the previous piece, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I might actually try and do my third mermaid piece, because I was hoping to at least get 3 done. Yeah, it's a... Yeah, get 3 mermaid pieces, and I'll probably try to do something that just isn't my OC, or my persona. I don't know, maybe I can do the vow again. I basically only draw them like once a year at this point, because I keep ignoring my poor OCs. But yeah. So anyways, on another side note, I actually got my... Sorry, just checking the internet. Knock on wood. Sorry, I was having some hiccups earlier with the net, so I got worried, basically. Because the hiccup twice is just really annoying when it happens. It's really, really annoying when it happens. Yeah. Sorry, I was just like, got distracted for a second, but yeah, so on a side note, I actually put in a commission for music, because I was looking at this one musical artist. It seemed like they got a lot of really good reviews and stuff, but yeah, they were offering sketch style commissions, so it was a bit cheaper, but I liked their other work that they posted online, so yeah, I figured I'd be willing to take a chance at them. So yeah, hopefully I get my music pretty soon. I don't expect it until June, because it seems like they're working on another commission so far, so I'm probably gonna have to wait in line, but yeah, I'm just really excited. At least it's gonna come before my Gamer Subs cup, so I'm still impatiently waiting for my cup. I know that I still have to wait a good while, but God, it feels like an eternity. Feels like an eternity, But yeah. So anyways, just trying to... Or I'm like smoothing out the scale, and I'm actually, as you saw, I kind of like dragged out a bit of shadow here. I kind of like gently blended it down. I'm actually going to push some of the green deeper in here, but yeah, that kind of, it's supposed to help give it a little bit more of a 3D shape. And actually, I think I'm going to push down the darker color just to make the scale look a bit bigger, I guess. But yeah, I think I almost forgot the scale the last time. Yeah, I like having face scales on like my Merman and my Nagas and stuff. I think it looks cute. So obviously I had to add some scales to Varia, or Varia. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out some more of the color here. I guess one of the few things I did do on Wednesday night was trying to finish that one anime that I've been trying to watch. So there's this older anime called Key the Metal Idol, and I happened to just find the anime opening on YouTube one day, and I thought it was really interesting looking, so I started watching the anime a while back, but then I took a little break because I wasn't really feeling the idol arc, because I guess the character was trying to I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain the plot, but the main character, she was supposed, the goal she was set with is to make 3,000 friends, which I guess in the 90s there weren't too many options for that kind of thing, YouTube hadn't been invented yet, but yeah, I've been trying to finish that series, but then I reached the 2 final episodes, and I kind of it's oh god, they're both the length of a movie. The 2 final episodes are both an hour and a half, so it's oh god, that's super long. So Yeah, I decided to wait on that for a little bit longer. Just trying to... I watched the penultimate episode yesterday, so I think before I started the garden, or like I started doing my gardening. And I thought it was okay. But the backstory was kind of interesting, but at the same time it was a very slow episode. But I think things are going to pick up a lot this next episode. You know, the actual final episode, because I left you... Yeah, it kind of left us in a lot of different cliffhangers and stuff. But yeah, I wasn't able... Well, I wasn't able to finish it last night, because... Yeah, I wanted to pop into Shinobi's birthday stream for a little bit, and then there's also Dami's stream, and ViridianK was also doing a collab stream. But I only was able to get the tail end of it because of I didn't realize what was going on, because they started it shortly after I went outside to do the gardening, and I basically was out there for roughly about 2 hours. And then I came back, saw the notification, and it's like, oh god. It's like but then I still needed to take a shower really badly because I was covered in sweat, dirt, and bug spray, because, oh my god, it's super buggy there yesterday. Like, I walked out of my car after work, holding all my my dinner and my plants. Now I walked out there and it's just an absolute swarm, and it's like, oh my god, already? Only in May? I guess it's not weird for them to be in May. I've had to deal with mosquitoes all the way down in, November one time, so I was, but it's kind of frustrating, so. Yeah, when I went back out to do the gardening, I had to blast myself with bug spray. And then, I don't really like being covered in bug spray, but, I don't want to get eaten alive, so. Yeah, as soon as I was finished with gardening, I popped into Dami's stream because they were actually drawing my, my sketch request, because I used that sketch redeem, which is cool. Kind of wish I was able to pop in earlier, but yeah, admittedly, I kind of forgot about it. But then, yeah, I waited for them to finish the sketch redeem, then I took my shower, then I noticed that everyone else was doing a bunch of streams, and it's like, oh god, but then I had to take out the trash because my family, or like my parents, they're taking a vacation. I mean, I think sometimes it's usually my brother, but I took the trash out this time. But yeah, I got a message like, oh, can one of you guys take out the trash? And like, ugh. But yeah, I was getting dark, so just kind of went ahead and took care of that before the sun went down. I think my brother was busy with something else, so yeah, I basically took care of that. Then I finally was able to get on people's streams, and god, it felt like there was so much scuff between everyone. Well, I think Dami was doing fine, but between the person who was collabing with Viridian and Shinobi, it's just like scuff. So kind of worried that I was like causing that somehow I was like at fault for it, but yeah. It was a very scuffy night. Very, very scuffy. But yeah, that's kind of how my Thursday night went. And as I said, I guess before that I was having a really bad tension headache because I just had a really bad day at work, but feeling better now. But yeah, that's kind of why I want to go out, because I also have access to basically I'm allowed to borrow my mother's car, her car is in a lot better shape than mine, so I feel a lot more confident driving that out to town. So yeah, and I'm able to, and with Barnes and Nobles, I'm actually able to just get like these gift cards because of a program thing with my job that I don't really want to explain too much just in case I accidentally reveal it, but it's kind of like a rewards program. Like you can get points from there or from work. I usually just get points from the holidays, but Yeah, I'm thinking of just getting a gift card. Maybe buying like a comic book or two. Either a comic book or a manga or something. Maybe just... So hopefully it shouldn't be too expensive to go out there. I might get myself a coffee though, you know. Enjoy coffee, read my book, and probably go home. Yeah, it's not really much out there anyways, so yeah. Yeah, outside of Barnes & Nobles and maybe some clothing stores, I guess. I mean, it's kind of depressing out there, but yeah, it's we don't really have any bookstores near us, so yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Trying to remember if there's anything else out there, but or anything else that I really could actually go to, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it almost feels like the area that's closer to us might have more store options now, which is kind of crazy to think about. Well, maybe not more options, but I guess I was just thinking about that used books or gaming store. I don't think I can actually use most of the games that they sell. They got a lot of like old merchandise though, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, they actually had that Kingdoms of Amalur merchandise, which I found kind of surprising. Like they had a figurine of one of the characters, but yeah, I couldn't find the price tag to that, and I know when I went there, I had just got my oil changed, so didn't really want to buy anything. Yeah, I kind of wish I had some ways to play some of these older games with. Like, I've actually tried looking into like maybe buying an older console, but even then the consoles online they ain't cheap, and I can't imagine it's much better at the store. So yeah. Yeah, there was a game that kind of caught my attention a little bit, called Xenosaga. I don't know, I actually just happened to find the design of the main character from a breakcore playlist. So it's like, I just thought the design was really cool. I never saw it before, so. But yeah, I happened to find like a copy of the game at that store, so it's like, I'm kind of interested in that. But yeah, as I said before, I can't play it on anything because because it's like a PS2 game. Actually, do we still have the PS3? I don't think we do. I'm not sure if you can actually play the PS2 game on a PS3 anyways. But yeah, I did watch a little bit of someone's like playthrough. It was like it was a playthrough, so it's just like really quiet, or there was no talking. But yeah, it looks like it's one of those turn-based RPGs, so kind of interesting. But yeah, I wonder how much of it's related to Xenoblade Chronicles, because they both have the Xeno in the name, but yeah, I don't really follow. I only know the story of the first Xenoblade, so yeah. By the way, right now I'm just adding some scaled details just because yeah, I feel like he'd look good with it. Might be cursing myself a little bit because I wonder if I'm going to have to add more scales. Okay, hold on. I don't know. Maybe it can like indicate some more scales later down the line, but yeah, I'm still doing a lot of the basic rendering. part of the reason why I wanted to wait to render, because wait to do a lot of the face blurring is just because sometimes I work on the rendering while I'm working on or like while I'm blending things out, but yeah. I guess I haven't really done that though. Just kind of been a little too busy just yapping about games. Gardens. I think maybe I did actually upload my garden pics to Discord earlier, so you know, I could probably show off the garden a little bit later. I'm not sure if there's anyone on right now who's actually interested right though. But yeah, I figured I'd just like show it off. If it picks up a little more, I can probably show it off. But yeah. I'm gonna have to like open up a new canvas though, because I mean it's not really a big deal, but just usually I open up a blank canvas just so I can like do my usual warm-ups today, but yeah, I think maybe about an hour before the stream started I actually finally started working on my cup asset, so it's not really important or anything, but I knew months ago I wanted to make a coffee cup for myself, because I made this thing back. Oh, yeah, I made this thing for Christmas, as you can tell by the little Christmas hat. But it was, and I was like, oh, yeah, I should make a regular cup for normal streams, but I never did that. So, but now I finally am. So hopefully I remember to do it. I'll just show you real quick. I'm actually gonna paint it out because I think it'll look cool. But yeah. So, you know, I guess you can say, like, oopsie daisy, I'm still working on the streaming stuff. Because I was supposed to take a little bit of a break from it after I got my BRB screen kind of done. I may still have to work on that too, but yeah, it's just trying to focus on the stuff I'm supposed to focus on. I'm finally in the shading phase for my commission though, so yeah, normally I'm nowhere near that slow, or I'm nowhere near this slow with commissions. Of course I see that like it's the usual thing, but usually I have more time to just like actually focus on the but yeah, as you guys know, just garden and stuff, kind of been putting up with that. But yeah, part of me is a little bit embarrassed to show the gardening or my garden photo because it's still very, very unimpressive looking right now. Yeah, it's mostly dirt, dead grass that's not supposed to be there. I've been trying to tear up the grass that's been growing, but yeah, just trying to clean up the place, make it look nice, make it nicer, a lot cleaner and all that. But yeah, I think I mentioned it. I finally planted my celery and cabbage, so yeah, I wasn't actually gonna do cabbage this year because I couldn't find the variety that I wanted. I wanted I think it's called the Dutch flathead cabbage, but yeah, I kind of lost interest a bit. But then I went to the garden center for my butterfly bush yesterday, and I happened to walk by the veggie section, and guess what was there? My cabbage. So yeah, I bought my cabbage. And looking at the numbers with the potatoes, because I was actually gonna grow potatoes instead, I realized that I do have enough space to grow both of them, so that's kind of relief. Yeah, so basically I replaced I guess you can say instead of replacing the cabbage with potatoes, I kind of replaced the cauliflower, so because I failed really hard with the cauliflower last year. It's like all the plants died that year, and it's just like, oh my god. But yeah, I guess I thought the potatoes there would be a lot more potatoes than there actually were, so. But that's okay, because it's my first time growing potatoes, so I'm not entirely confident in my potato growing skills. But yeah, I finally prepared my potatoes for the garden. I should have done that like ages ago, but I just kept delaying it. And I'm worried about where I would put them and stuff. But yeah, that was finally taken care of, so hopefully hopefully I should be able to plant them soon. I actually covered after I cut up the potatoes, that kind of like covered the sides in cornstarch, because supposedly the cornstarch should actually, it's from what I've seen online, the cornstarch should like dry out the potatoes, or like make them callus over a lot faster. Maybe not a lot faster, but at least keeps them dry and just kind of helps prevent molding. At least that's what the claim is. So yeah, hopefully that works out, and then afterwards I can like kind of just plant them in the ground. Yeah, hopefully it's not too late for the potatoes, so I'm just gonna try and plant them nice and deep, because apparently Yukon Gold, which is the variety I got, those prefer to be just like planted nice and deep, so yeah, I'm gonna make them nice and deep. Yeah, I made sure my potatoes would be on the edge of their patch, so hopefully I can dig big holes and move around a bunch of dirt without messing with the other stuff too much. Because there is a little bit of a risk with that, so yeah, edge of the patch, hopefully they'll be safe. Anyways. Sorry. I was wondering if I could show some big news, but I think I shared most of it, maybe. I tried making a list of things I can talk about, yeah. Yeah, I already talked about everything. All before the ad break. By the way, there's ads coming in 2 minutes. Fair warning. Should have mentioned that a lot sooner. But the ads are coming. But yeah. Kind of hoping my little skep commission lands more into the breakcore / drum and bass vibe, because I was able to actually like request the general vibe, so like I have a little bit of input, but yeah, I'm kind of letting them do most of the decision making, so hopefully it lands. Yeah, sorry, I'm probably going to be mildly impatient just because I'm excited. Still kind of open to the idea of doing an art trade with a musician out there, but yeah, I never know. Sorry, taking a little moment. Yeah, I really need to drink this coffee, so I've actually been drinking more of my water so far, just because I feel a bit thirsty. Sorry, I also feel like I barely did anything with the art. Oof. It's not even any there's not really many chatters here anyways, so it's like, kind of feels a little embarrassing about that. Just ranting about plants. I think maybe after the ads, I can just show you guys what my butterfly bush is supposed to look like, so then I actually get back to work. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna stick around so far. Probably won't talk too much, just because I want to get this coffee finished before you know, before it gets too cold, because I feel like I wasted a bunch of perfectly good coffee last Tuesday, so yeah, let's try and be a good coffee drinker. Also, I can probably mess with the eyes a little bit more. I don't usually make the pupils like actual dark color. Okay, now the ads come. Anyways, I'm just gonna take a bit of this purple and just kind of, because I like to just put these dots on the eyelashes because I think it makes it look good. Okay, I'm actually gonna darken the eyebrow right here. Yeah, so it kind of still kind of pops out just a bit, but it's not as dark. I guess none of you guys can hear me, but fun fact, Varia's hair, I just remembered, is supposed to be see-through, or like partially see-through. Guess who forgot that detail until like now? Damn, it's been like years since I thought about that. Oof. Yeah, because it's supposed to be very ghostly hair. Weird ass ghostly hair. Yeah. Okay, it's not the color I wanted. I'm gonna bring back some of the darker colors here. Work on these abs. Yeah, just shove the ad work. Sorry, these are not ads, pectorals. But yeah, shove the pectoral work behind the paywall. Mwahahaha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. 1 minute until the ads end. Then I'll just show off what my bush is technically supposed to look like, so I don't think it's necessarily going to be as bright as the picture, but it'll look really cool. I wasn't really sure exactly what color I wanted for my butterfly bush, but yeah. I guess I should probably save it until save this kind of yapping until the ads actually end. Because no one can hear me. No one can hear my rambling. Okay, but anyways, how about I just kind of blend these two colors together. Kind of make it more of a soft gradient. Yeah. Okay. Alright, everybody, welcome back. You missed not very much. And I was trying to yap about the bush, but I realized you guys can't see anything, or can't hear anything, so. Anyways, just making a new canvas. I'm gonna go over to where the picture is. I kind of just posted a picture in Discord, but it's not my picture, obviously, but yeah, this is technically what the bush should be looking like, so I do hope it comes out this way, or like comes out pretty similar at least. But yeah, I didn't realize that there were multicolored butterfly bushes out there, so yeah, I'm hoping it looks at least something like this. I really love the different colors and stuff. But yeah, I wasn't actually like planning on I originally was planning on a specific color for my butterfly bush, but I was looking at more and more videos and pictures of the other butterfly bush, because I saw it in one of those gardening magazines, and the picture that they showed seemed like kind of have a really dark kind of raspberry looking color, kind of a very intense hot pink. But yeah, I was looking at other videos and stuff, and the videos just showed like kind of a different color, which I was a lot less thrilled about. Not like a severe difference. I imagine the initial color would have been like that intense reddish color that I wanted, but it was more of a pink, I should say. Yeah, the color I was expecting was kind of a deep pinkish red. As I said, kind of a raspberry looking color, but yeah, other pictures kind of showed it looking more of a hot, kind of a hottish pink, which I just didn't really like that much. So yeah, I decided to kind of wait and decide what once I got to the garden center. Also, the butterfly bushes were a bit cheaper than I anticipated, so I'm kind of happy about that. I thought it'd be like $35 like my rose bush was, but it was only about like $25. So yeah, it was actually a lot cheaper than I expected, so yeah, pretty pleased with that. And they had some, the options looked kind of interesting. I couldn't really... Oh, hey, Storm, how are you doing? I was just yapping about my, bush, which is supposed to look like this. Yeah, I was kind of like down after work, as I said before, so I just kind of... Yeah, I kind of had a tension headache because of that, so... Yeah, it was kind of hard to make a decision, but... I don't know, it's just, well, I say it's kind of hard. Would have been hard to make a more thoughtful decision, but, you know, a multicolored butterfly bush... Yeah, I think I just wanted to settle for that. And I'm glad you're doing great. Currently, I'm okay right now. Just had a slower morning today, so just kind of like was just kind of relaxed a little bit. Did some random artwork. Did a warm up where I drew this cup. I kind of want to add more sea things to it, but yeah, hopefully I should have a cup asset, because you know, I was planning on a cup asset a while back, and I'm feeling a little bit better, so I appreciate the concern. Whew. But yeah, I was just kind of rambling about my goings on, so I don't really want to go into the work stuff, but just it's the usual frustrations. So yeah, anyways, I did work on my garden more. Finally got the celery planted, so yeah, most of my vegetables I think are planted, at least for like the cooler weather varieties. Of course, I still got the warmer weather stuff, but I'll be dealing with that at the end of May. Yeah, it should be after Memorial Day, which I think is on the... Hold on, I'm checking the calendar. Yeah, after the 25th. Oh, okay. I'm glad you feel better, and yeah, the drawings are going well. Yeah, I'm happy to hear about the drawings. But yeah, just haven't worked on this much the past couple of days, though, so... Honestly, I haven't done much in terms of art the past couple of days, because I've just been either tired or, you know, dealing with the garden. But yeah, hopefully things come along a bit more. I'm probably gonna try and work a lot later, because, you know, I'm planning on going out to town later today, or pretty soon after stream as well, so... Yeah, I'm able to get, for reasons, I'm able to get myself a digital gift card online, so yeah, I'm gonna try and use that to maybe get a comic book or something. Yeah, just, it's kind of a way to relax a little bit. But yeah. Oh, yeah, so you'll have fun. Yeah, hopefully so. But yeah, I'll try not to use the full gift card, so... Because I'm also thinking about just ordering another Vampire Hunter D omnibus online. Maybe. You know, I'm thinking about it, of course. But yeah, I know I can use the gift card there too, but yeah, I just want to get out. But gonna borrow my mom's car because her car is a lot better shape than mine. So yeah, I'm not as worried about. I don't really like to drive my car out on the highway because it's kind of a junker. But yeah, I'll try to get a book. Then I'll get a coffee. Then after that, I'll get some dinner. Because I forgot to buy stuff to make at home. So whoopsie daisy. But yeah, just try to have it easy for a few hours. Oh yeah, I was talking about it a bit earlier too, but I actually commissioned some custom music, so it's a skep style commission, so I don't have too much of a say in it, but you know, I liked that from what I've seen of that producer, they seem to have a lot of cool EDM style work, so yeah, I felt like I was willing to take a risk with them. They also got like a lot of 5-star reviews, so yeah. What kind of comic book do I want to buy? Not entirely sure, to be honest, but it's either a comic or a manga, but you know, maybe either something supernatural or fantasy based. If none of the comics catch my interest, I could also get a art book technically, but yeah, I don't buy comics very often just because, yeah, I kind of prefer graphic novels, and sometimes it feels a little bit too expensive, but yeah, I just feel like I want to do one. But yeah, I'll just see what my options are over there. Understandable, yeah. Honestly, I kind of like big omnibuses, because then you get a lot of stuff, but yeah, sometimes it's a little hard to get comics IRL, I'll be honest. Feels like most of the stuff I actually want, you kind of have to buy online, so. But yeah, hopefully I can like try out something new. Do you read a lot of comics, or not really? It's not that I don't have any comics, because, yeah, I actually got some on my bookshelf, but, as I said, not a ton of options I'm crazy for. I usually prefer to get indie comics, to be honest, because I'm not really, like, into superhero comics very much, or all that much, but I do find stuff that I'm more interested with, indie stuff. Actually, I think they got a few Hellboy comics there, so maybe I can like look at those options. Because I read a few of the I read a few Hellboy comic books. I got them from the library though back in the day. But Hellboy's pretty cool. I read a lot of comics when I had more energy to do so, but nowadays not really, mostly because I'm busy and a lot of the stuff that is releasing isn't my speed. I see. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the comics I want to read are like older ones from a couple decades ago, to be honest. Or at least a lot of the ones that I kind of spot. Yeah, it's I know that like a couple years ago, or I don't know if it was a couple years ago. It actually probably was a couple of years ago, but I really wanted to like get what I could from a comic series called The Marquee. But yeah, they've been out of print for a good while, so there's like digital copies that you could buy, but knowing some of the stress with digital comics, and I just prefer to read print anyways, so I actually paid for one of the used comic books on eBay, so. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get the Yeah, I think it should be pronounced the Danse Macabre. I was able to get that for like $20, but that's not the whole series. But honestly, the series kind of went out of print, which, yeah, sucks. Part of me wonders if I should have just sucked it up and got Inferno instead, because that's, that's at least like the full collection, I think. I have a bunch of Marvel comics and mangas on my bookshelf, though. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I know I had a little... I know for a little bit that I was actually reading a bit more graphic novels because of the library, but, I had some issues with not returning books on time, so I probably have to pay a fair bit to be able to check out more books. Yeah. They only accept cash, which is kind of frustrating though, so yeah, that's why I haven't paid it off. But yeah, otherwise I got quite a few copies from Monstrous, which is a grimdark series. But yeah, I haven't been good about keeping up with that, so I haven't bought the most recent copy. But I also got the full series called Birthright, which is also a grimdark series. Or at least dark fantasy, I think. Maybe not really grimdark. But yeah, that one was kind of interesting, so... Yeah. I like dark fantasy, that's the kind of stuff I like to get, basically. Dark fantasy and supernatural. I especially like vampire books, to be honest. But yeah. I also got the Witch Hat Atelier series, but I haven't read the two last novels I bought, so I'm kind of holding off until I catch up on those. But yeah, I need to get into the anime series soon. Yeah, I was talking a bit about it earlier, but I was kind of planning to wait until after I finish the current anime series that I've been working on, but I took a break from it for a few weeks, so yeah, I just have not touched the Witch Hat Atelier anime yet, so whoopsie-daisy. But yeah, I tried finishing it during the past couple of days, but I kind of discovered that the last two episodes are both like movie length, so yeah, I just have to finish the final episode, then I should be moving on, but yeah, I kind of have to treat it like I'm watching a movie. I need to get around to reading Witch Hat Atelier. A lot of people I know like it. Yeah, it's got some really beautiful art and stuff. Yeah, and it's got a pretty good story as well. Yeah, I don't know how much you know about the series, but the magic in that world is kind of treated like art, which is pretty interesting to see. Because to perform magic, the witches, they have to produce like sigils and stuff, or like draw out sigils. And yeah, they talk a bit about how the magic works there, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, okay, let me finish this coffee. Man, I feel like I haven't been making much progress today. Oof. Thought I would make more, but yeah. Let me just start focusing on the tail a bit more. Sorry, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. So let's get here. Maybe adding some like actual lighting might help a little bit too. Maybe. Just mostly been handling shadows so far, so... Actually, there's kind of this weird effect that I wanted to attempt with Varia here, but I kind of haven't touched that on that yet. Yes, progress is progress, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty cool from what I saw, yeah. Oh, okay. Gotta finish the coffee here. Sorry, I'm trying to drink water now. Because I feel like... Yeah, I'm definitely feeling thirst pretty bad. Okay. Sorry, just gotta... figure out what I'm trying to... Yeah, trying to remember what I'm trying to do here. I can't speak. Oh god, sorry. It's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm trying to push some of this warm color. Like this orange with the shadow area. Trying to see if I can make it look a little bit surreal with how the lighting is. Like it's kind of passing through him a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't actually draw Varia on the surface very much. He's usually underwater, so... I thought about making him a little more transparent looking. Of course, if I wanted to make him properly transparent, I would just use the color of the actual background, but maybe less transparent, but just reacting to light in a weird way. Because technically this Merman Varia is just a different flavor of ghost, I was thinking. Like still a ghost, but more like a water spirit type of thing, rather than a, you know, your usual ghost. So yeah, I was thinking that the orange light would be kind of passing through him a little bit. See how that works. Cool reflection, thank you. Yeah, I wonder if I should change this to overlay. Let's see how that looks in overlay. Yeah, no. What about soft light? Yeah, I'm just trying to work with layer modes for a little bit. Add glow? No, it's too strong. Difference? No. Vivid light? No, that's... I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it's a little too red. Linear light? Still too red. Actually, maybe it's okay if I just lower the opacity a bunch. Okay. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how strong this captures the vibe. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend things out a bit. Then I'll probably actually merge it with the lower layers. Oh my god, stop. Yeah. I keep scrolling on the wheel on accident. Because honestly, my mouse, I just kind of like fling around everywhere, I think. But yeah, it gets really annoying when that happens. And it happens like constantly, every stream. Not sure if most people even care about it. Wait, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get food. Still haven't eaten since I woke up. Okay. Go ahead and get food. That's it's good to eat. I had a couple bowls of cereal this morning, so hopefully I shouldn't be too hungry. Kind of just gorged myself, basically. Yeah, there was a buy one get one free with the giant size cereal boxes, so yeah, I have a lot of cereal right now. I haven't touched my new jam yet. Because I bought blueberry jam this time, but I kind of ran out because I was running out of the strawberry jam. But yeah, I haven't opened it quite yet. I just finished off the strawberry a while back. Okay. Anyways, I'm just going ahead to blur this first edge right here. Not sure how strong I actually want it in some of these areas. I guess at least having the color kind of sit around in some of the other areas is probably decent. Okay. Anyways, Okay. But yeah, just kind of be soft about it in these, I like how it looks in some of the lighter areas, but not really. Just not as confident in the darker areas. But I think I just gotta develop it a bit further. Okay, I'm actually gonna use the smooth watercolor brush for this area, so maybe it looks a bit nicer. And yeah, I can probably just build on it later on anyways. Probably lower it a bit further. No, make it stronger. No. Hold on. I'm actually going to airbrush parts of it so it looks a little more... Yeah, it's probably just not ethereal enough. Okay, actually need to make it a clipping mask too, so it's not going into the background. Come on. Putting it at the edges of the tail right here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting a little bit quieter, just trying to see things through. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, let me get back to OBS. Okay. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, I should really get to putting down some, maybe some more of these harder darker colors. Especially working on some of the, make the nostrils a little bit bigger. How about I add more shadow to the edges of the mouth here? Yeah, that should work. Okay. Actually, I need to add a little bit of shadow to the mouth here. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of wondering if I even like colored in the teeth or not. Sometimes I just leave the teeth kind of not too different from the skin color. I know it probably seems a little bit weird, but also, hello, Windman. Frying pan with cooking oil, what? Excuse you? Yeah, I actually don't get it. But yeah, I took inspiration from that from one of the from a comic I was actually reading a while back. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but also welcome back, Storm. I'm going to cook that merman. Okay. Hold on. I actually got access to a emote from someone else I need to use. Okay. Hold on. Why is it so inconvenient? Okay. Here we go. I got a free emote. Or I got a free gift sub to someone a while back, so here we go. Also dead fish, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I kind of threw in some of that orange earlier, so... And then I just kind of like merged it in, so I'm just going to go ahead and just keep working with this. Sorry. I just realized I put my hand in front of my face, which probably isn't what you want. Not really what you want with a VTuber, because it's going to block the camera. Of course, it's not like my model's all that expressive. Okay. But yeah. It's not like I'm a professional streamer or anything. Yeah, me and my 10 to 30 cents per stream. Usually just usually more than 10%, but you know. Anyways, I'm building in a coarse shadow to the tail here, so yeah, hopefully that can make it look a little more complete. I think maybe I will do the... Yeah, let's bring out the core shadow here. I think the original shadows got a little bit drowned out anyways. Oh, thank you for the posture check as well. Yeah, that won't work on me, One Man. I'm a sea ghost. Your water don't work on me. Okay. Anyways, sorry, I can't draw a straight line. I'm adding some more of that coarse shadow to the over here. I'm actually going to change it to this color that's a little more similar to the everything else. So, yeah. Also, I need to clean up this edge as well. Yeah, I think a lot of this is probably just me deepening some shadows for the time being. Me and my very little progress. Okay, let's get this edge right here. It's ghost water, it will work. You kill the water? Yeah, I don't... How do you kill water, Windman? So I killed the water to make it ghost water. Just kinda didn't expect the conversation to go this direction, I'll be honest. I'm just trying to draw, damn it. Trying to art in peace. Trying to give you all a pin-up, only to be sprayed with water. Maybe no clue. Trying to give a gift to the people. I don't know. I mean, the whip to this piece got a lot of likes, so yeah, I think the people like it. Perverts. Yeah, so sorry. Okay. I'm trying to add some more core shadows, and thank you for the hydrate. I shall drink up the rest of this water. Speaking of water. I'm a proud pervert. Yeah. Perverts, a whole lot of you. Yeah, pretend you can see my finger wagging. You're all perverts, damn it. Okay, let's smooth out this little bit of shadow right here. Actually, probably should smooth these out as well. And then I'll add a coarse shadow up here. Okay. Perv me, no way. Automod! Yeah, I have to... Sorry, I have to approve these messages. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Trying to approve all these spicy messages. Well, I'm kind of I'll say half distracted. I think I'm pretty thoroughly distracted. Okay. I mean, it's part of drawing's part of the stream here, so, you know. You guys could probably have a good guess why I'm distracted. Oof. Oh, hey, Shinobi. Huh, must have been the wind. Yeah, yep. Also, I hope the rest of your birthday went well. I popped in for a little bit, so I actually popped in for maybe a couple of hours, but, yeah, I haven't checked the VOD, but I feel like there might have been, some copyright nuking. How'd you like the birthday stream? It was pretty fun. Pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to walk into all that, like, dancing and stuff. Do 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 do. Probably shouldn't sing that while I'm have other music playing, but yeah, it's fun to watch some Lethal Company, even though I'm a bit of a big baby myself, so haven't played all that much of it. But yeah, I hope you got a lot of fun with that. It was good. We had a watch party after stream, and we yapped until late night. I see. Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, sorry I couldn't attend the watch party too, but I was pretty cooked last Thursday, I'm gonna be real. But yeah, I was happy to at least like attend it. You know, gotta hop in for those birthday streams, you know? Gotta party it up, you know? Yeah. Wait, whose birthday was it? It was Shinobi's. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to pop into a few streams that day, so. But yeah, I guess I can just deliver another happy late birthday, so hold on. It's gonna take me a few seconds. Doo-doo! Little confetti too. Yeah, I actually got a... Sorry, I'm like scrolling down. Yeah, I actually got a gift sub to your channel, so... Of course, this looks like it's first 5 emotes, so... Well, actually, it looks like it's available, so... Yay! Birthday boy, yeah! I love the dead fish emote when I tell a pun, yeah. It's like, for every pun said, a fish dies. Another life is lost. But yeah. I guess speaking of streams I popped into, I actually got a nice little gift from Dami the other day, so of course it's more like I had my like little redeem, so yeah, I'll just show it off to you guys real quick. So internet screen. Yep, here's my yeah, Dami did a doodle of a Simone. So he's my Doulahan OC, so yeah, I just thought I'd show it off. Ooh, nice, yep. Yeah. Wowee, yep. So yeah, this is on Blue Sky, so... Alright, I'll pop back to the art screen. A Doodlehan? Yeah, Doodle... Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. come on Twitch, OBS. Okay. Yeah, 4 fish dead. 4 fish dead, Shinobi. How could you? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching right now. Moved around a little bit earlier, but yeah, probably not enough. I guess since it's a little bit later in the stream, I'm just gonna show you guys stuff. May as well show off my garden photos. So, of course, it's a little bit pathetic looking right now, but hopefully it kind of pops off later on. So, yeah, this is just a rough photo of most of the garden. So, yeah, these green little specks right here, these are supposed to be lettuce and spinach. So a lot of my leafy greens, and also onions, of course. Yeah, these taller onions are actually from they're from last year, but they survived the winter, so they went ahead and started blooming again. And I also got another pic for you guys, so copy image. Okay, I'm actually gotta shrink this down a bit. It's a little too big. But yeah, I need you to see the cabbage as well, so. Yeah, they ended up, yeah, I finally found the cabbage from my, that I wanted, so. Mods, get the frying pan out. No. There are no mods, there are no frying pans. You can't fry anything under here, under the sea, damn it. Maybe if you go, yeah, you can try going to the bottom of the sea where they have the vents, but then the oil will just like float up to the top of the ocean, so yeah, you can't fry anything underwater. My cabbages! Yep, my cabbages. Yeah, as soon as I saw them, it's like, my cabbages! Woohoo! But yeah. Do you kiss the plants goodnight? No. I need to give them a tough childhood so they can build character. So no kisses for them. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can shrink this pic too, since, okay, yeah. You can kind of see the peas way back here. They haven't really been growing that much. But yeah, I can also see more carrots, or not carrots, but the more onions. These were actually planted earlier this month, so there's, or like at least the end of April, and there's supposed to be carrots in between them, but I haven't seen any action from the carrots. You know what I've been seeing a lot of though? A lot of borage. Sorry, it took me a second. Yeah, this yeah, apparently the borage has been reseeding itself, so there's a lot of little sprouts back there. But yeah, unfortunately, I think I have to like pick up most of them because it's gonna turn into absolute chaos. Funny thing is, I haven't planted the new board, or I say new, they're not that new, but yeah, I haven't gotten around to planting them yet because usually you want to plant those a bit later when it's a bit warmer. But yeah, the borage that reseeded itself seems to be doing fine. But yeah, so yeah, and you can kind of see the celery and cabbage right here, so try to make sure not to photograph my neighbor's house. So yeah, and there's this very sad looking patch. You know, you can observe these pixels right here. These pixels are supposed to be broccoli plants, and they look very sad and pathetic because I forgot to water them for a little too long, and now they kept losing their bigger leaves. So hopefully now that they're in the ground, they can start growing a bit bigger. But yeah, I still have a lot to do, but I think I got most of my cool season plants in there, so yeah, I don't have to worry about too much until it's almost June. So anyways, back to work. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, it's just been a lot of tilling and stuff. Haven't really done much yet with the flower garden, but I mentioned it last Tuesday, but I finally managed to get that tilled out, so yeah. And I got my butterfly bush, as I mentioned before. So hopefully I can at least plant out my little shrubs, so we can get some stuff going. Oh yeah, I guess one of my one of my geraniums are finally starting to flowers, so that bit's exciting. But yeah, I guess outside of the geraniums and the roses, I haven't seen much flower action. Yeah, most of my flowers are supposed to come from sprouts, so just letting that happen, I guess. Okay. But also, to explain what I'm doing with the art, I'm just adding some more of this pinkish color as a line art, because I hope it comes off as a bit interesting. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I kind of want the line art to have multiple colors here, so it kind of looks cool, I guess. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit fried, but not too bad right now. And also dry character development, sorry. Plant dead. Shaking my head. Yep. Also, hello, Wolfie. I hope your day is going alright. Thanks for stopping by. I'm still working on this piece, so progress has been slow to say the least, but yeah, I'm just trying to bring out different parts of the character, I guess. Building out the details. I'm actually thinking I might just start doing the highlights a bit, so it can at least look like there's work being done. But yeah. Are you doing anything interesting today, or are you just kind of chilling out? I think after stream I'm just gonna run off and go book shopping. So I talked a bit about it a couple of times earlier, but yeah, I need to go out and just relax a little bit. So kind of a rough couple of days previously, so yeah. Do you spin that mermaid tail to fly? No, I don't. You're just chilling today? I see. That's good to hear. Nope. Yeah, Varia doesn't fly, obviously. It's more of a water spirit type of ghost, not like an actual poltergeist like main world Varius. Yeah, I think I was talking about it last stream, but the lore reason for Merman Varia being sexy is that he's just fan fictioned by the real Varia to be hot, basically. Yeah, so anyways. But yeah, I'm glad you're just chilling, so hopefully you have a good chill day. But yeah, I do plan to get back to work after I come home, but yeah, I just get some dinner, enjoy myself and all that. Also, sorry, I'm just kind of watching out for the ad break. Yeah, I need to take a restroom break, basically, so. Also, I feel like my face isn't. Oh my gosh, sorry, it's I feel like my face is kind of shoved into the canvas a lot more today. It's, yeah, I usually when I do art streams like this, I kind of tilt my character a little bit, so. Sorry, it's a little bit of breaking the immersion a little bit, but, you know, I break the immersion every day, so. But yeah. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. Hey Viridian, I'm going to leave for now, but stay in lurking mode, okay? Have a fun rest of the stream and good luck finishing stuff. Hope you have a fun later when you leave too. Thank you, and also thank you for the lurk. Also, oops, another stretch emote. Ghost fusing with the canvas reel, I guess. A new extension of my powers or something. Yeah, ghost paintings. I guess that's an actual trope you see in fiction. I was about to say I haven't seen it in a while, but you know, I've watched Dungeon Meshi, so we've at least seen it in Dungeon Meshi. I like Dungeon Meshi, but yeah, I'm about to just put down the highlights, so it kind of looks like progress is moving a bit more. Yeah, I feel like it almost feels a little bit like a cheat when I do the highlighting. Okay, let's open up one of my previous artworks so I can get the colors. I know there's a palette layer somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, Varia right here. He should have, yeah, he has the palette right here. Still not touched, still unfinished. I've just been so busy, man. Tropes aren't bad, it's more about how they're used. Yeah, I wasn't saying it's bad or anything. It's just randomly remembered it. Going to sell this ghost canvas of money, I mean, what? Like, it ain't your canvas, man, you can't sell it. Oh, what's the last movie I watched? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I've actually been on a movie watching spree lately. I mean, I don't know if you know it or not, but yeah, I think I mentioned it a few times. I legit forgot what the last movie I watched. Huh. I think it could have been The Chronicles of Riddick, because I guess I was watching the Riddick movies a little while back, because I watched the animated short film that was a part of the series and kind of enjoyed it a lot, so yeah, I kind of got into the series. I haven't watched the third movie yet, because you have to actually pay to watch the third movie, so the rest of the series is actually free to watch. Fun fact, on YouTube, so if you want to check that out. I wonder how much money I would make. Probably not that much, I'm going to be honest. I mean, have you seen how little money I make on a normal day? Yeah, you ain't making shit, man. You ain't making no shit. But yeah, I think it might have been Chronicles of Riddick. I haven't been watching as many movies lately, just because I've been kind of had my attention split so much. Yeah, I tried getting back into Goblin Cleanup yesterday too, but I don't know, I just was not understanding the level I just, the new level I started playing, so. Yeah, I think it might have been the Hot Springs level. Yeah, it's called the Hot Springs, and it's just the map is so weird, so. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of walking around, so. And I got confused, so I just kind of quit, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna try another level first. I get scared insanely easily, so yeah, I haven't been moving that much. I mean, a ghost talking canvas would make a lot. Yeah, specifically when people are trying to buy your product, I will stop talking and just stand still, so. Yeah, how about that, Windman, huh? Yeah. I saw Project Hail Mary last night. Very good, I see. I never heard of that movie, actually, so. What kind of movie is it? Just out of curiosity. Oh, thank you for the subscription, by the way. Oh god, sorry. You didn't get the little notification, but, oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I heard some, bad news about Stream Elements, so I was kind of worried, oh god, my notification, but yeah, you get your little, ghost gif. Yay! Don't worry, I will make you talk. I mean, what? No. Yeah, don't underestimate my ability to not talk. But anyways, thanks again for the subscription. I hope you enjoy your month with Prime. But yeah. You'll probably enjoy the ad break after this one, because, yeah, I usually try to... Because I've been kind of, trying to stick around for the first and last ad break. But I guess, speaking of ad breaks, the next one is coming pretty soon, so... Unfortunately, I do tend to screw off during the middle break, so I can, pee and stuff. Sorry. I usually try not to talk about pee on my streams, but... Yeah, I need a ticket. I also need to get more water, so... Hopefully shouldn't be too long, because I'm not gonna make a... I already had like 3 cups of coffee, so I don't know how you guys are with your heavy drink caffeine consumption, but yeah, I do tend to consume a lot of coffee. Yeah, I'll probably drink more coffee later, but that'll be at the Starbucks and the Barnes and Nobles. So, how much does a ghost com usually cost? Sorry, let me check. It depends on what service you get, to be honest. Sorry, actually, I'll just show you real quick. So, I gotta open my VGen because I forgot the freaking pricing. It's usually a little, yeah, I usually charge a little bit more just because my commissions take a little bit of time, but back to the internet. Whoosh. But yeah, paint and illustrations, that starts at $65, but it usually goes up depending on how much you want to, like the size of the body you want. So $65 is for like a portrait. And of course it depends if there's a sale or not, because it's like $50 if it's on, or $55 if it's on sale. But then cel shaded drawing, portrait would be $40, but it can go up to $60 for full body. And then chibis that start, that either cost us $17 or $22. So sorry, the chat is moving. Service, yeah. Why are so many girls so good? Sorry, it's I don't know, man. Just, it's a part of life, man. Also, I know I don't sound like it, but I'm technically a guy. I just, yeah, I'm born female, but I'm like a T. I'm sorry, man. Also, 2 minutes until the ads hit. Yeah, I know I have a really high-pitched voice, but yeah, it's just not. But yeah, usually I just say I go to the little ghost room normally, but you know, it's when you need to do it, you get a little bit irritable. I see. Oh shit, sorry, I'm back to the art page. 2 minutes until the ad bombs drop, yep. Two off of 67, okay. Okay. But yeah, it really depends on how much you want me to draw. I don't know if you're actually like planning on getting anything, but since you asked, I figured I'd just explain it. Is I can com anything if I pay? Yeah. Yeah, if you pay over VGen, you can set up a commission. Well, maybe not okay, maybe not everything. There's a list of things I'm willing to do or not willing to do, so. Yeah, currently I'm not drawing smut, so. I'll do pin-ups and stuff, but not smut, you know? Not like the hard stuff, I mean. Like, there is currently a limit. Of course, it depends on how much money I'm desperate for, but yeah. Also, 10 seconds till the ad breaks, or at least until the countdown ends. Ad breaks usually take a surprisingly long. Like an anime girls go. No. Nah, I'm good. No. I'm not gonna I'm not doing anything weird, Windman. Yeah, I'm not that desperate, man. I still got the IRL job, so as much as I hate it. Okay, JK, yeah. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that, dude. Also, when the ad break actually starts, I'm gonna run off. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking that. Okay, there's the ads. Okay. Okay, time for the BRB screen, so... Sorry about the ads, but that's part of the life. You can't hear me. Save for maybe Wolfie. Wolfie, you get the BRB screen, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna hop off for a little bit. Just water, little ghost room. Yep, you're still there. But yeah, I usually just align my stuff with the actual breaks, because you know, most people aren't really sub to me, so you know, I figure I'd try to make it a little more convenient for people. But yeah, okay. But yeah, I'll BRB for about 5 minutes. Okay, see you guys. And mute. All right, everybody, I'm back. Just let me get myself comfortable again. Okay, sorry, I really should have made the wide frame a lot short, not as wide. Sorry. Okay, but I'm back. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get my little glove back on. And I'm gonna keep doing the highlights here, so. I do like how the cyan is looking right now, so it's very nice and bright. But yeah. Yep, hello, Woodman. Also, I see the the Kairu emotes are, you're blasting them off, so. I still haven't watched a Kairu stream, to be honest. I really like her model a lot, though, so. Yeah, I think part of it is just because I had a concept for like a alligator character that I played with a lot, but I never really got around to giving him a real design, though, so. Yeah. Yeah, I actually tried drawing him I think at the end of June last year, but I never finished the painting, so. That's right. I'll just show, sorry, excuse me. I'll just show him off real quick. Hopefully this is the right one. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna just hide the screen real quick, just in case I open the wrong one, because, there is a drawing where he's not wearing any clothes. It wasn't meant to be a sexy drawing. It's just more like a doll's type of drawing, but yeah. Because I used to do that. Okay, this is still not the right one. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm trying to defend myself here. It's not a spicy drawing. Renee, where's your stupid design? Maybe it's number 2. Nope. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can't show it off. I don't see him. Okay, this is probably the nude, isn't it? Nope. Okay. But yeah, I'm not seeing him at all, so. Okay, maybe I won't show it off. Damn. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm not about to flash you guys with the character. Yep, she sounds familiar, like an animator, yep. Yeah, everyone tried to, like, vaguely reference that she sounds familiar. Oh, man. But yeah, I think I watched one of her, you know, not the potential, you know, quote-unquote potential animator she might be, but I do think I watched her Mario Kart video, so she was doing a few of those a while back. So yeah, admittedly, I've always been more of a pre-recorded content type of person rather than a stream person, so I just don't catch as many streams, admittedly. I've been trying to be a bit better about that, but usually I'm going for like other indies, so, or people that I actually talk to sometimes. I think Porcelain Mate's the only like bigger streamer I actually like pop into on a regular basis. Ghost versus Kairu in a Mario Kart. Who winning? Not me. You know, I'm someone who keeps the 12th place spot quite nice and toasty, so yeah, I'll probably still be in 12th place. Is it possible to get finished one day? Probably not. I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, I'm not very good about going back to previous artworks. It's just, especially ones that are like that far away. Like, if I were to get back to it, I'd probably, more realistically, probably just redo it completely, since my art style usually is like, tends to change. Also, hello, dog lover merboy. Hello, happy mermaid. Yep, happy mermaid. It's summer May day. Also, just going to show you what I'm working on. So, right now I'm adding the glowing highlights to him. So, because it usually makes the piece feel a lot more finished when I do that, but yeah, at least like feel a little bit more complete. Make less likely for me to run away and cry pathetically, but yeah. Ooh, yeah. Actually, I guess I'm randomly jumped to the edge, or to the head. Head/hair. Mostly I'm focusing on the cyan right now, but I do have the highlighter green ready, because usually with Varia, I like to jump jump between his two jump between two colors for his highlights, because I think that makes it look a little more lively. But yeah, admittedly, I'm kind of locked into the blue part, I think. Probably just because it looks so good with the... Since there's like so much orange here, it kind of complements each other. A perfect month to fry some mermaid. Nope. No frying mermaid. You can't fry under the ocean. Yeah, this is for you, Windman. This is for you. Okay. Okay, anyways, back to work. I guess I'm just doing the arm now. Magic glowing merman. Admittedly, it's been slow progress today, I'll be honest, but yeah, I wonder if I'll actually be able to start working on the background some more. At least with like the vegetation, so. Admittedly, I have a hard time making like actual artistic decisions on stream, because kind of a split attention and all that. Who said I'm frying it underwater? Because the merfolk are underwater. I mean, he's not on water right now, but you just gotta flop back over to the sea, and then it's just like no frying. Safe and sound. Also, he's already dead, so you can't even fry that. I'm taking on land. No, you're not. Nope. No. I will lay a ghostly curse on you, man. I'll put a nasty curse on you. How about that? I'll evolve as I'll evolve as a ghost. And curse you horribly. No more Viridian streams, period. Not me, not Viridian K. Now, I can't ban you from Viridian K, but I'll make your Wi-Fi die. Free food. Can't you just catch a normal fish then? Would the curse be I stubbed my toe? Yes, you'll stub your toe constantly. Your Wi-Fi will die at super inconvenient times. Any food you eat would taste really fucking weird. Yeah. I'm not a fisherman, but I think I have a way. Sure, buddy. Sure. Okay, anyways, we're just gonna keep working on the art. Also should probably clean this little bit up. Go back to the base layer, because the glowing layer is, of course, on the at glow layer, so that's a whole different layer mode. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how it would look if I set the base layer to at glow. I know it's going to look bad because the background behind him isn't actually done or anything, but yeah, it's just kind of, let's look. Boom. I mean, I guess it kind of looks more like a ghost now. Actually, yeah, it does. Okay, obviously I'm not keeping it like this though, so back to normal. I guess I should keep that in mind if I want to try messing with something else, though. Might be interesting. Interesting technique. Yeah, I do not have the time right now. I guess talking about unfinished artworks here I was, part of me is kind of considering trying to finish that artwork I never finished from last June, or last Merman, because I just didn't have the time for it. Whereas, yeah, I didn't have the time for it because I was trying to prep for Art Fight. Not 100% sure if I'm really going to be participating in an art fight this year. I don't know, it's just, I might, but I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah, it's a piece of my character Scylla. Have I ever played any mermaid games? Not really. I used to play like a Little Mermaid game way back when I was like really little, like a itty bitty kid. Also, thank you for the save. But yeah, I don't think I've played any games that would actually count. Like, I've had interested in it, but yeah. I draw some fan art of you. Use, look at it, try to pick up, and then I'd lure you. Okay. I see. Trying to tempt me with your fan art, huh? Ugh. But also, to dog lover, or sorry, do you want me to call you dog lover, or not really? I feel like sorry if we already had this conversation. But yeah. Do you have any like recommendations for any? I probably can't jump into any right now, but because I spent a bunch of money on a commission for a new soundtrack, by the way, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, I can't really go throwing money around this month because of gardening and music. Either Merbe or dog lover, I don't care. I see, that's fair enough. But yeah, it's have you played a bunch? I mean, you're obviously a fan at the Merfolk. Has my art software ever had the crash of Dune? I'm sure it has in the past, but I never had any like serious issues. There was one time when one of my files got corrupted, which I was very cranky about, but it was actually my live 2D model file, which I got kind of pissed off about, but I ended up making a new file from the older file, so yeah. But otherwise, I haven't actually had that many issues with Clip Studio. Yeah, not too many crashes, believe it or not. Also, I think my computer is like set to kind of autosave stuff, so if I have a crash, it actually like saves most of the stuff that I've worked on. Sad Naruto music playing in one crash, yeah. I've played a few mermaid games. I see. Do you remember the names of them, or not really? I remember looking at a game called, I think it was Aquaria or something. I guess it kind of falls into the mermaid thing, but I never actually got around to playing it. I had it on my wish list for like ages though, but yeah, it's not like a traditional mermaid, but it does have like a sea, kind of like an ocean, some sort of like fish girl. So yeah, it's not a character with like the actual fish tail or anything, but they had like the long web feet, I think. But yeah, I never got around to playing it, even though it's, as I said, it's been on my wish list for like 800 years. Put it on there back when I was a jobless teenager, I think. Would I survive Subnautica 2 if I were there? No, as Windman, I would not survive. My lore is literally like the first time I go to the ocean, I die. So, and that was on a normal ship. But yeah, both within the canon of my character and IRL, I would not survive Subnautica. Oh god. I'm also a weak swimmer, IRL, so fun fact. There's a song from the Iron Sea Little Mermaid 2 PS1. I see. Yeah, I never heard of that one, but sounds kind of interesting. But yeah, also welcome back, Fofi. I missed the Subnautica talk. It's okay, we didn't really... It wasn't like a big conversation or anything. My answer was basically was a hard no, I would not survive Subnautica. Not within the lore, not outside of the lore either. honestly. Yeah, like, so, just sorry to repeat myself, but for Wolfie, it's, the lore for my character is basically the first time my character, Varia, basically went outside and went to the ocean. It was like, he died very quickly, so. Yeah, his ship got attacked by, some sort of eldritch being, so. Yeah. Death by eldritch, basically. So yeah, he kind of sank and drowned. Oh, so he was human, yeah. Yep. Yep, that's my lore. Sad little sea ghost at the bottom of the ocean. But yeah, so in life, Varia was a yeah, like N-E-E-T, basically. I know, it's outside of the whole eldritch being, he didn't really have it's not a very exciting backstory, but oh well. But yeah, now he died. But yeah, he died, and basically exists in the ship, or like, yeah, he resides in a ship graveyard. So, Ghost was a pirate. No, I wasn't a pirate. I was just a passenger on a regular ship. Do I look like a freaking pirate here? No. Okay. Nope. Oh yeah, I have played some pirate games though, so. I remember Pirates 101 way back when, but I only ever got as far as the free trial because jobless tween at that point. And then there was also Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That was I really liked that one. I kind of considered a little bit with Windrose because I heard it mentioned around, but I haven't really I guess I haven't really seriously considered it. But yeah, it's a pirate game that's been out. Why does Ghost stay in water after what happened when he hate it? Technically the lore is he's mostly like stuck underwater. But yeah, maybe he can like drift away for a little bit, but yeah, I generally have to like return to the general area where he died, or I died. I'm not very good about immersion. The immersion is dead, along with my spirit. Sorry, the merfolk couldn't save you. Nope, they definitely did not. Assholes. No, sorry. Sorry, I'm being a little bit crazy this stream. Little bit crazier than usual. Is Ghost trying to get revenge on the thing that killed him? No, it's an eldritch being. Man, I do not stand a chance against that thing. Like, there's absolutely no way there could be a revenge. Oh yeah, and to kind of continue with the lore, the reason why Varia is able to access the internet is because a barge floated over the area he resided in and like dropped a bunch of laptops and a bunch of Canvas 13 Pros. So yes, that is my lore. So what's the inspiration for my Sona? I was very much stuck between the idea of having either a ghost character, or having my VTuber character be a ghost, or have him be a merman, and then I kind of just fused the two ideas. So yeah, back in the day, I like my very first Oshi was Mint Phantome, and I guess that kind of stuck with me because yeah, I guess shortly after I got into Mint Phantome, she graduated and kind of just disappeared. And I was like, oh no. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to be a ghost to kind of like honor that. Of course, she came back shortly after I designed my character, so it's like, oh, hey. But yeah. And then, but yeah, I kind of combined the two aspects to make a sea ghost, because, yeah, I really like marine stuff. But, yeah, before that, I actually tried a couple of concepts with or like a good few concepts, but none of them really clicked with me. Because none of them really like felt like I had a deep connection with any of them. I think I basically got way too into the lore, so they were just too much of their, like, the characters, they were a little too independent, I guess. Yeah, a little too complicated, a little too far from my actual personality. Or they just didn't have enough personality, because my very first one, I think, kind of just didn't. I just couldn't really come up with anything exciting, but eventually I came up with Varia, so. Yeah, there was this, another VTuber who's a character designer. They're called Squeegee. They made a small series of YouTube videos to kind of help you with character design, and yeah, I kind of came up with Varia using that template, so yeah. Merman in general, I think. Merman VTubers are rare on Twitch, yeah. Yep, unfortunately. Yeah, I know I could have filled a niche, I'm sorry, but yeah, I generally kind of like jump between. Yeah, I generally couldn't really separate from the ghost idea, so. Honestly, I was a little more depressed when I was designing the character too, so yeah, needed the undead concept very much fit. But yeah, so is there a universe where I'm alive? I mean, I guess there could be an AU, but I haven't really messed with that idea. But admittedly, I wanted to make an alternate. Yeah, I guess I still kind of plan on making a alternate model where my character is actually a merman, but I don't really have a lot of a skill in that realm, like the modeling realm, so. Yeah, Merman Varia is a long-distance dream. You're probably the second merman I met on Twitch, I think. Am I? I mean, I'm not actually a merman, but I just draw a lot of mermen, or I'm a fan of mermen, I should say. Yeah, back when I was still on DeviantArt, I was actually in a DA group that was basically dedicated to mermen, but yeah, sorry, I'm not. Yeah, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. Would there be a frying pan toggle? No, there wouldn't. I will specifically not make a frying pan toggle. Hi. Sorry. Sorry, even despite eating a little more this morning, I feel hungry again. Oopsie-daisy. I guess maybe I should have made a peanut butter sandwich, because the peanut butter kind of helps fill me a little bit. Okay. I was on DA? Yeah, I used to be on DA. I actually had a few accounts on DA. Especially back in during my RP days, because I used to, DeviantArt was kind of my main medium for RP, because there would be groups that are kind of split between art and role-playing. And yeah, I actually have a lot of really old art from that, but yeah, and then eventually I made another account that's maybe a little more professional, I guess, because it has at least some of my better art, or at the time my better art. It's still kind of rough looking now, but yeah. But what kind of stuff did I make? I like to make a lot of Monster Boy / Monster Girl art. Well, mostly Monster Boy. But yeah, admittedly on my that relatively recent account, I didn't really I couldn't really get a ton of art made, just because I think at the time I got kind of, yeah, I was really depressed around the 2023, so I just didn't really draw that much. But yeah, I mostly did Monster Boy type of art. I made a lot of Merman specifically, but I don't know if I actually posted a lot of Merman though, but yeah. But yeah, eventually the owner of the Merman group kind of like dipped, because DeviantArt kept just like pushing AI stuff, so yeah, and that was kind of the main reason for me to stay, because yeah, DeviantArt was just kind of like a dying website at that point anyways, so yeah, and kind of the main reason for being on DeviantArt for me was just like having like groups available, so yeah, after that I just kind of like decided to focus on other websites. I was kind of down about that, but you know, it's just kind of was how it was around that time period. There was a lot of people changing like websites and stuff because of the whole AI, you know, the AI boom basically. So yeah, where the DA went for me, I honestly I never really got that many likes or anything, or I guess people didn't really notice my art for the most part. So it wasn't around like, yeah, it wasn't until more recently where I really got people to see my work. Yeah, basically Blue Sky is kind of my main social media for a reason. Yeah, depression can be stinky, yeah. Have I ever thought of making anti-AI artwork? I don't know. It's not really something I kind of think about, I guess. Like, I am anti-AI, but I don't really jump into like movements or stuff, to be honest. It's just I'm just a little nervous about getting targeted, I guess, so yeah. But yeah, I don't like AI, basically. I don't know, I was just depressed because it kind of felt like my future kind of died, basically. Because I've been working to be an artist for I mean, it wasn't the best at the time, but yeah, I wanted to get into like art for a very long time, so okay, that's the wrong way. But yeah, sorry to be sorry for the topic to kind of be a little more downer, but yeah. It's kind of why I didn't really... Yeah, there was a lot of infighting when man, a lot. But yeah, so that kind of just kind of kept to myself for a while. And I also kind of got pretty obsessed with Final Fantasy XIV too, so yeah, I was just mostly playing a MMORPG for like 2023. I was mostly playing MMO, so I just posted very little art back then. I kind of had to relearn how to draw back in 2024. Then eventually in 2025, I actually really started to improve my art. Gas downfall was kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I can't do pencil tricks anyway, by the way. No. Honestly, I was never really that interested in pencil tricks, to be honest. But yeah, so... Or, sorry, DA. Sorry, I thought you wrote DAS. But yeah, the downfall was, yeah, it was really depressing. Yeah, and I never really found a real replacement for it, I think. I think Kara has been kind of the best replacement for me, or just that, but I don't really hang out in Kara that much. I just kind of post my artwork there and just kind of use that as my portfolio. But yeah, the thing I really miss is just groups, honestly. That's kind of what I really want. Because I feel like it's easier to get your art seen by people who are actually like interested in the stuff you draw when you use groups. Because there's like a lot of groups that were kind of based on specific themes and stuff. So Yeah. But yeah, I remember hanging out a lot on DeviantArt back in the 2010s, because yeah, it's when I did a lot of the RP stuff. I made a lot of OCs back then, because that was what I was really into, is just making characters. Yeah, and I was really obsessed with Merman back then too. Yeah, I just wanted all my characters to be Mermen. Oh, so like click maxing. I wouldn't say maxing, but you know, it got people interested. More likely to find people who are interested in your work. But yeah. I guess I didn't really get that much attention back then either, but I was also just a lot more of a cat. I was also just drawing a lot more casually, and of course my skill was you know, nothing compared to now, honestly. Like, my god, some of the artwork I made back then is ugly. Yeah, as I said, I didn't really hit a massive improvement until like around 2025, I feel like. Of course, that's probably because I just got a better sense of spacing. But spacing and perspective, yeah. Because I just... Yeah, sometimes I just talk about it a bunch, but yeah, when I was when I really like took the time to study forms properly, was when I was able to really improve. Anime art power up, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'd say my art back then was probably a lot more anime inspired than my current stuff. Of course, I guess my current stuff is still pretty anime, but that's just kind of I just draw what I draw nowadays. Of course, it depends on what period of art I was focusing on. I know the really early stuff was definitely anime inspired, like I tended to draw like a lot of cute stuff and chibis and whatnot, but yeah. Later on, it was a bit different. Also, I feel like I should probably post my stream reminder post, because I meant to do that at around the 2-hour mark, because I'm only planning on 3 hours today, so... You know, I'm slowly trying to increase my stream time, but yeah. But yeah, around 5 p.m. EST, I'm gonna call it for the stream. Maybe make myself a little sandwich and then I can just run out and hang out in town. Okay. But yeah, let me get my stuff. Get my link right here. Control V. Still alive. But yeah, not gonna lie, the highlighting always makes my piece look a lot more like... The glowing effect makes my piece look a lot more finished. I guess maybe not that finished this time, but yeah, okay. Trying to write the old text. Pin up. Yeah, okay. Also, let me get a good swig of this water after I let this post. Cool, okay. Check Twitch, make sure things are not imploding. Sorry. Try not to get too distracted by the browser. Okay. Actually, hold on, let me check Discord. Oh, okay, sorry. Just making sure. Oh god, I didn't mean to change that. Okay, still have this ponytail under here, so... Yeah, I almost forgot the end of the braid. I guess this version of Merman, Varia bothered to do his hair, so... Yeah. So getting this. Okay. Yep, alright. Actually, I think I need a good bit more water. Oof. Agua. Agua! Okay. But yeah, so anyways. Yeah, let's just do the ponytail down here. Oh, and thank you for the save, Wolfie. Yep, make sure this doesn't vanish if the computer decides to implode. Honestly, though, in terms of computer issues, that probably, I feel like the bigger threat is probably just Wi-Fi, let's be honest. If you cosplay as any character, what would it be? Honestly, no clue, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really think about cosplay that much. Maybe a character from a video game that I like. Or maybe not necessarily like a... Actually, probably a cosplay as a... Maybe my own, like a player character from a video game or one of my OCs, to be honest. Because I mostly just do my own stuff, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I don't think about, as I said, I don't really think about cosplay that much. I used to want to cosplay a lot, but yeah, as I've grown older, I kind of gave up on the idea. But yeah, I feel like realistically, if I were to cosplay, I'd just like make up my own character. I see, yeah. Yeah. I tried to learn how to sew back in the day. That was like around like COVID time, actually. But that was more for making doll clothes. But yeah, I never really got a good grasp on sewing. Like I'd spend hours and hours trying to use the sewing machine, but then I see the final result and it's like it just does not look very good. So I kind of just gave up after a while. Oh, I would like to see your other characters if you have more. I see. Yeah, I can probably bring out a few. Yeah, it'd be nice to take a little break from this. Okay, let's see. Admittedly, I'm not very good about actually like using my OCs, but there, as I mentioned a bit earlier, there's a character who I was, or like I was thinking of redrawing a piece I never finished from last year, like last Mermaid actually, but especially since I put so much work into it. But yeah, this is a Scylla, so he's like my swamp merman. I used to use him a fair bit more, but yeah, this is technically a drawing between him and his past life, because he used to be human, but for reasons he got turned into a merman and kind of like resides in a swamp all by himself. Oh, so I could... Oh, I ghost cosplay with the tail work. Yeah, I'd probably just use the lake version of Varia. So Varia does have a version with legs and also a version without legs. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like I could have drawn his face, his Silas face. Here's like a very old drawing, but yeah. You really like the past life trope, but yeah, I do. I do a lot, honestly. Yep. God, there's probably like so many characters with that general vibe. Okay. Here's also a really old OC. Well, this is like a newer version of a older OC, but yeah, he actually used to be one of my old RP OCs. This is a really old piece, by the way, so... this is Crusea. He's supposed to be like a kind of a monster hunter. And yeah, he actually turns into a Naga every month, so... I haven't really drawn his Naga form very much either, but actually, this is the first piece I did of for 2006. Pretty, thank you. Yeah, so I actually did eventually manage to draw him in as, with the actual snake tail attached. Actually, I guess I did do a reference piece for him way back when. But yeah. I also haven't touched this character in literal years, but this is also an old RPOC from, I think the very tail end of high school, or maybe not exactly the tail end of high school, but like early college. Like my first year of college, but this is, Kaleva. He is, yeah, I used to be really into this character back then, but yeah, I haven't touched him very much, just because, he's the first character I did with that had, like, the droopy eye look, though, so. But yeah, he's like a kind of like merman nobility, but he's actually like a freshwater merman, so. And his design was meant to have more of a flowery type of look, so rather than being inspired by any like real fish. I don't usually use like actual fish as a inspiration. I guess for a more recent merman I'll see, since like relatively recently he's still kind of he's also ignored a lot, but hold on. I'm gonna try and find this folder. Come on. Nope, not that one. Okay. Here's Val. He's, do I have, female OCs? Do I have a whoop man? What? I never heard of that before. No, sorry. I don't have, like, any major female OCs. I'm sorry. I've thought about it before, but I haven't really. I kind of just go by spur of the moment, but yeah, this is, Val. He's like he's technically kind of like a moon priest in a way, so he was like his human form. But yeah, he was just like one day given the blessing of the moon, or I guess technically night, so. I actually designed him shortly before Art Fight, and then I proceeded to not actually use him, so I feel a little guilty about that, but well, no, he's actually, I designed his friend shortly before Art Fight, but yeah, I actually had the idea for Val for a while, but I didn't really come up with this actual outfit until like June 2024. Well, that's okay, yeah. Yeah, he's like really, I still really like his design here though. Of course, it's a bit of a pain to draw. But yeah, here's the other character I was talking about. This is Maven. He works for the same church as Val does by day, but he's like secretly uses forbidden magic. So yeah, this is him dressed as in a Switch outfit. But yeah, I tried to actually do stuff with them, but yeah, I've just been so bad about that. Okay. Yeah, I probably have another character. Yeah, I just assumed that I ignore all my characters outside of Varia at this point, but yeah, I did come up with a design for my Final Fantasy XIV character, so yeah, this is kind of based on the red mage outfit for because my character here is supposed to be like a red mage. Ooh, I like magicians, yeah. I'm a sucker for. Yeah, I'm a big sucker for magic users, so that's another trope I really like to use. Yeah, I always preferred like healers or magicians. Especially in like games and stuff. Well, I say that, but I usually play melee in games because I'm bad with I'm too dumb for magic, but yeah, so. But yeah, his outfit is like strongly based off the actual red mage outfit from the game, but I made it black because I assume he leans more towards like dark black magic, which is more like destruction based, so fire and ice. Like it does work with a little bit of ice magic, but my explanation is that he used to be a thaumaturge, but eventually picked up the red mage art. So yeah, that's some of my OCs that I made, and I probably, yeah, I do got more, but actually I'll show you one more and then I'll call it, because I've been kind of yapping here for a little bit, maybe for a little bit longer than I meant to. But yeah, I wanted to... I don't know if you saw Silas or not, but yeah. Oh god, now I'm like remembering a bunch of other OCs. I did have some Harpy OCs too, but yeah, this is okay, it's like he's not Doulahaning very much right now, so hold on, I gotta scroll back down. There is a piece where he's actually lifting his head over his body, so. But yeah, he's kind of like a garden-based Doulahan, so. And he basically is summoned to kind of act as a guard for the Floral Labyrinth. Meow. Okay, he's meowing. Kofi. Sorry, I'm starting to get a little bit cooked. But yeah, so tried drawing a few pieces of him back in the day, but okay, let's get back to the artwork here. So okay, sorry about that. Just showing off my various collections, but yeah, I do have more OCs, to be honest. I have a couple of Harpy OCs too that are based off actual birds, but I haven't really done that much with them either. So hold on. But yeah, I have a flamingo harpy basically, and then I also have a swan harpy. I did that, designed them back in like August, I think. So, well, not, I guess kind of them, but mostly the flamingos back in August, and then I did the other guy back in December. Okay. Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the... Let's try to get these highlights done. Not really sure if I should be calling them highlights or not, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just... I gotta do the bottom here, and can probably move on to something else. Sorry, I'm just observing my piece right now, so yeah, I might try to mess with the plants behind him a little bit, so just do a little bit more for the background, I think. But yeah, admittedly, I've been a lot slower today than I meant to be, so sorry about that, everyone. Just a slow art day, I guess. I say that like I'm probably slow most art days, honestly. Gonna be a bit more particular with some of these details, so okay. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, it was a little too rough. And I'll deal with the... I guess I can try to like smooth out some of the stuff later on, but yeah, this should help me get a better idea for how he's like supposed to look too, because since I'm trying to do some weird stuff with shading. Oof. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and make a palette layer. So usually I make a palette layer for stuff like this, like the highlights and the colors for the layer mode, so I don't have to like turn off the layer mode when I move on to something else. But yeah, okay, sorry, air coming up. Okay, but yeah, this still a lot of stuff I can take care of, but okay. Yeah, let's just work on the plants. So it's a little, yeah, like 35 minutes left for the rest of the stream here, so I'm just gonna, yeah, try to focus on the plants. Oh wait, sorry. Got a little bit surprised. Okay, sorry. Okay, also ads are coming in 5 minutes, but I won't be gone for the whole ad break, but I do need to refill this water pretty badly because my throat is starting to get a bit... My throat is definitely getting a bit sensitive right now, so yeah. Yeah, I've been doing so many more short streams, I think my throat got weak again. Yeah, for those who don't know, I don't talk IRL very much, so I just have a weak voice in general. Yeah. But anyways, let's so right now I'm just kind of blending out these darker sections. It's supposed to look roughly tropical, I think. I don't do a ton of tropical themed environments just because I don't always think about like tropical stuff very much. I don't live in a tropical environment. I live in Michigan, so Michigan, US. It's very cold here. Very much a temperate area, basically. But yeah, very chilly. But yeah, I guess I've been thinking about tropical stuff a bit more. I think mostly because I've been getting into like the old, like some of the aesthetics and styles from the 2000s, basically. And tropical stuff was quite popular back in the 2000s, from which I kind of remember, but I was also like a little kid back then, so I don't remember it perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to take this kind of purpley color right here using the eyedropper, and I'm just going to add a basic lining to the leaves here to kind of help make them stand out a bit more. So I guess I'm kind of trying to be a little bit loose with some of these details, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of have to see. Like, I want to try not get too hyper focused on the details of these leaves, because like trying to force myself to kind of keep it simple, I guess, a little bit, maybe. Yeah, in the past I've gotten a lot more detailed with stuff, and I feel like a lot of that stuff didn't really come out all that well, so maybe if I keep it a bit simpler, especially since it's further back, it'll probably be okay. Okay. But yeah, let's get these leaves set up. So I'm just kind of bringing in some of these shadows right here. Yeah, technically this should probably be a bit darker in color too, but you know, I just really be scared to make that kind of hard decision, but oh well. Yeah, should probably just try to mark out the edges for the time being. Oh my god, my music has stopped. Sorry about that. It's kind of quiet back here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to hit the loop music button, or loop playlist. Of course, the ads are about to hit anyway, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna be able to listen too much. Ah, well. Yeah, by the way, there's less than a minute. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to work with some bigger shadows right here to kind of simplify things. Yeah, that's the big thing. I consider it the big way to go about it. I want to take some of this redder color from the background here. Yeah, try to add a little bit more darkness as well. Okay, that's a little too much darkness, I think. And yeah, so I'm trying not to... I'm paying a little bit of mind to the big abstract strip right here, but I know I shouldn't really be too concerned with it. Okay. But yeah, as soon as... Sorry, like I keep repeating myself, but yeah, as soon as the ad break hits, I'm gonna just disappear for like a minute. Should not take that long to get the water. I also have no idea what's going on with this. Hold on. Sorry, there's just a bunch of browns. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. It's not really another tree, so I guess I can add some, I'll probably bring the green down again, so it just kind of looks like grass. I think that's my goal. Okay, there's the hats. Hold on, just kind of mark it out. Grab the green. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna BRB basically. Just a minute. Okay, see you guys. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother to mute. Okay, sorry. I return. Got my water. I got about 30 more minutes. Okay, then I get my PB and J. Sorry, back to OBS. What do you got? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I literally just walked to the fridge and got my water, so... Because we have a filtered water jug. Because we don't have like clean well water, so we just have to filter it for when we want to actually like drink it. It's not that bad, but yeah. But yeah, literally just fill up a glass. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of detail to this tree, but yes. Can I ask some streaming questions? Sure. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Like, I'm definitely not the best streamer out there, but yeah, hopefully I should be able to offer some help. But yeah, if it's about audio, maybe we might be screwed, because I don't know. I'm pretty bad at audio, but yeah. Just feel free to ask me though. Okay, welcome back, by the way. You guys didn't really miss much of anything. I just got I got the water. Okay. Do I use a mic? Yeah, I actually have a Fifine, or Fifine. Sorry, I'll just write the name out for you, but yeah, I use a Fifine mic. And when I got it, it was only about like $30, so... It's not very expensive or anything. It's very cheap. Technically, I think the highest quality USB mic that you can get is it's supposed to be a Yeti. I could be wrong though, but yeah, I just have a relatively cheap mic. But yeah. Just a cheap one. I heard about Yeti before, yes, yeah. Yeah, Yetis are the kind of the famous one. But honestly, this one doesn't sound terrible if it's recorded. I don't know. I have I think the roughness of my audio usually comes more from some of the filters I put on it, because I already forgot what the name is. Like, oh yeah, it's I have a suppression filter that kind of blocks out some of the background noise. And that does kind of make the audio a little bit rougher, but also, as I said before, it blocks out background noise, so... Yeah, I don't know how much you guys are hearing, but there's like If it wasn't for that, you'd probably be hearing some of the fans in the background. Not rough. Okay. I think your audio is good. Thank you. Personally, I feel like my audio could be a little bit better, but I appreciate that you think it's decent. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little bit insecure about my audio. But yeah, I usually... Actually, I think it's compression, not suppression. But yeah. Compression is one of the basic filters that you usually use. You know what, there's probably a better... There's a better thing I could probably... Well, maybe. Sorry, okay. Sorry, I'm gonna actually look up the proper name. If I can. Audio. Okay. Yeah, it might be useless here, I'm sorry. I feel the same about mine. I think it's just so weird hearing yourself, yeah. Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, admittedly, I also have a... God, it's been so long, I don't even remember how to use this stuff. Holy shit. Okay, I think maybe I can... Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a compressor. Yeah, technically I also kind of make my voice a little bit deeper on stream, because I have a... Yeah, I'm not happy about, like, how high-pitched my voice is IRL, but it's like... I have such a... I don't talk at all in real life, so I have a really weak... Like, my larynx is actually quite a bit weaker than most people, I think, so... Yeah, I kind of put a filter on, and I think that kind of makes the audio a little bit rougher, but... I don't know, the one time I tried to turn off the filter, it kind of... Oh god, it was awful, but yeah. But yeah. Do I have any tips? Not about audio, but in general. I don't have any, like, specific tips. As I said before, I'm not much of a strong streamer, but I guess a lot of people like to recommend you having a schedule for streaming, I guess. I don't know, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what kind of tips you hope for, so... But yeah, having a schedule kind of helps, unless you don't really care about, like, don't care as much about, like, finding people, but yeah, I try to stream when I have time available here, so, which usually happens to be Tuesdays and Fridays. And Wednesday nights, but the Wednesday nights are a bit harder because I do work those days. Sorry, as I said, I'm kind of useless about this stuff. I guess having a theme too, if you want that kind of thing. Sorry, I just generally don't know what kind of tips you would appreciate, so it's just kind of hard for me to talk about it. Usually I like to kind of have a C theme with my own stuff, so to kind of like fit my VTuber model and stuff and whatnot. So I actually made my overlay in Clip Studio, and I took inspiration from one of the areas that you go to in Final Fantasy XIV, but yeah. I don't know, like something you learned the bad way. Honestly, my journey has mostly been chugging along. I guess it probably wouldn't hurt to just like take breaks every once in a while. Cause yeah, I did almost get burnt out pretty recently. Yeah, I know it's just kind of hard to kind of push yourself to that, because it does kind of, you do kind of like lose some or I guess like people kind of move on sometimes, but yeah, it's just it's not worth it to kind of like burn yourself out, you know? Yeah, like now that I'm past the vacation a little bit, or because I took I went on hiatus back in March, I believe. After I got back from that, I did feel a bit more refreshed. Yeah, now I'm actually like able to kind of push myself to work on my streamer assets a bit more. Try to work on more emotes and stuff. I guess it probably helps to have a few streamer friends here and there too. Just to have like some level of company, I guess. But yeah, I'm sorry I can't like drop too many tips because I'd say I'm still pretty much a noob myself. I have not made a whole lot of progress in like the year since I started streaming, to be honest. I guess it doesn't hurt to kind of like save your VODs and like upload them, but don't like if you want to like save your VODs, you want to do that periodically because my god, the video files take up so much storage space. Yeah, I almost ran out of storage space on my computer a few months back because I just was not. I was saving all my VODs, but I wasn't uploading them to YouTube, so yeah, that was a bit of a mess. Oh, I don't have any. I see. That's fair enough. Yeah, I don't really get a whole lot of people looking at the VODs anyway, but it's nice to just have that there, especially with like the really early VODs, I guess, just to see how much improvement you might have made. Also, I don't know if you're exactly what you're doing, but I guess having a PNG available, sometimes PNG model available, kind of helps too. Because yeah, sometimes there's been days where my 3D model just was like not working, or like VC face would like lag. VC face is the software I use for my model. It's for 3D models or VRM models. But yeah, some days my model just would get super wonky, so I'd have to kind of switch over to my previous PNG. So I actually started out with a PNG, so of course I had that around, but yeah. No, the streamer friends I don't have. Oh no. I see. Yeah, it might be good to look for a few more just to see it. It might be nice to collab if you want to do that kind of thing. I haven't done very many collabs either, so. Oh, PNG, yeah. If you're getting to like VTuber stuff, I don't. Sorry, I didn't realize you were a streamer. But yeah, just having some like as I said, I only done a few collabs so far, but honestly, it can be pretty fun just to do it on occasion stuff. I'm planning a PNG tuber. It's easier in my mind. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's definitely a lot easier. Are you thinking of it using a VTube Mini? Because that was what I used back in the day. Or like I still technically use it on occasion, but yeah. You can also get like some expressions with that too. VTube Mini. Hold on, I'm gonna close Clip Studio so I can see the name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can like show you the PNG model too. But yeah, it's a PNG VOD sorry. Mini. But yeah, it's a program that's that you can actually download for free, and you can insert some PNGs in there, and that way you can actually have a functioning PNG model. Hold on. Oh my god, I can't see. No! Okay, there it is. Yeah, right in front of the other model. Oh yes, I'm downloading that one. Right. That one right now. Right now? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's also a few tutorials that can help you figure out how to make it work in OBS, by the way, so. Yeah, I don't think I can give any specific advice for it right now, but yeah. It's a pretty decent software, so. Okay, I think I'm gonna God, it just looks so weird right with this right here. Oh, he's cute, thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of this little guy, but okay. But yeah, I actually have a few expressions. Let's see how this works. I can actually put a little, okay, I can put his hat on. I can make him angry. I can make him happy. And I can have his eyes be closed, so. Yeah, aw, yep. Yep, this is my little guy. Technically, you can also use something called VOD tech for PNGs, but it's like way more rudimentary, and I think most people just use it for when they have like a Discord call with multiple people on stream, since that kind of shows who's talking. Yep, little fishies, yeah. So let me hold on a second. I'll just show you what that is real quick. So I kind of hopping into so down in the corner, I kind of hopped into a Discord. So it's something that you link into your Discord basically, and you can have it act as like a little PNG tuber. But you know, as I said, it's way more rudimentary than a VOD tube, and it's you only get the 2 frames, I think. Oh yeah, yep. But yeah, this is just mostly for collabs usually. So if I have someone else in the chat room and they have one set up, they can actually you know, people will be able to see like their little character. Kind of thinking there's probably like a way to show it, or better, yeah, actually I'm thinking of let me get out of the Discord real quick, and then because I actually have a clip that kind of shows some of these. Have you seen the Twitch now has this stream together function? Yeah, I actually used it a few times, so. But yeah, I'll just show you a clip real quick. So let me get to my channel. Yeah, okay, that's not my channel. YouTube, Twitch, just take me. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Schedule, videos, clips. Okay. Show me all my clips. Sorry, I'm just getting mopey with this. Okay. Here's my clips. Oh man, this is a mess. I'll just show this one. So this is an old collab I did with Storm. Okay, so let's go to I'm gonna take you to the internet again. And you can't see it properly. Shit. Okay. So you see in the corner, there's a Storm's little icon. So this is when we were doing a collab with doing a Monster Hunter collab. So I'll just play the clip, and so you can kind of see their character blinking on and off. Our characters basically. And yeah, that's kind of how the VOD tech works. And also I don't have that available in Winman, so nice try, but it ain't gonna work. Nice. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's try to work on the art a little bit again. So sorry about that. People might not have been as interested in the VOD tech stuff, but yeah, I figured that I can like at least try to show some stuff, because as I said before, I'm not much of a, you know, I'm pretty weak as a streamer, so I'm not very great with giving advice to people. So like, I want to be helpful and stuff. It's just not my forte at all. Sorry, I keep distracting you. It's okay. That's okay. I do it to other streamers a lot anyways. This is just karma for distracting a bunch of other VTubers. Can you show me this? Oh, okay. I'll stay quiet for a bit so you can lock in. Oh, that's okay. As I said, I do that a lot to other streamers too, so you know, it's if I didn't want to get distracted at all, you know, I probably wouldn't be streaming. But yeah, technically there's like only 10 minutes left, so fair warning to everyone. But yeah, there's also some more. There's like a bunch of different stuff out there, so if you just want to like look at a YouTube video, you can probably see more options available. I know some PNG models can get like really advanced. Like they're almost basically just regular VTuber models. Like, but yeah, that's just kind of depends on what route you want to go. It's okay to start simple. Would I survive Dead by Daylight? Probably not. Oops. Oh god. Sorry, I was scratching my ear and my headphones were falling off. Yeah, it took me a minute. Honestly, I don't think I even necessarily remember which game that is. I think that's the parkour one, maybe. The parkour zombie game. But no, I don't think I'd survive. Anyways, okay, that's a little too green, I think. Maybe warm it up to make it a little more purpley, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna make this little corner a bit darker. Over here, it's a survival horror game. Yeah, I figured that much. I just didn't remember specifically what game, so I know it's a zombie game. Multiple game. Okay. I see. Maybe. You are giving Victorian sick boy, so I feel you aren't surviving anything at all. No. I mean, technically I'm a ghost, so not like I'm surviving anything. I'm kind of like past the survival stage at this point. It's not a zombie game, I see. It's the killer versus 4 survivors. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not surviving that. Yeah, I'm not super athletic, I'm gonna be honest, guys, so. Like, I'd like to say that I'm, like, reasonably strong, because I do a lot of heavy labor for a living, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna. I don't run very fast. So I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to. Yeah, these shadows technically could be a bit darker. Also, I was supposed to mark out the edges, make the edges a lot clean, or like a lot harder. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Okay, that's too. Well, maybe a little too warm for my taste. I'm gonna use this kind of a hot, warm purple color, I think. Just kind of go in there. Ghost does the Aston Hall morning routine. JK. Don't think I ever heard of that one. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think the only survival horror that I really played is honestly, I don't think not really sure if it's really a survival horror, but I think the only actual horror playing yeah, I don't know if I actually played any more horror games outside of this one, but I think all I played is Dredge, and that was like back in I tried to play it during my Halloween stream, like last year, but I genuinely got too scared before I even like started doing anything, so I switched over to a Nightmare Kart, which is a racing game that's kind of based on Bloodborne. But yeah, so I don't do any like, despite the whole undead ghost theme, I don't do a whole lot of horror games. Of course, that demo that I plan to play next week, I think that's actually a horror game, so you know. Yeah. I guess it'll be a change of pace. The real horror is being in the vacuum, right? Maybe. Maybe. Don't test me, Windman. You know the phrase I say. You know my phrase when you try to vacuum me. I will make it weird. Okay. Okay, so... what's the phrase? You know the phrase. Okay. But yeah, so admittedly right now I'm not really in the mood to be spicy right now, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so starting to get a little bit cooked, but checking the time real quick. Okay. I back and have snacks. Well, congrats on coming back. We are at the very, very tail end of the stream though, so I'm sorry to hear. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm mostly aiming for 3-hour streams these days, so I'll try to get back into 4-hour streams, because I used to aim for 4 to 5-hour streams, but yeah. Oh dang, yep, I'm sorry about that. The last 3 minutes of stream, yep. Yeah. Yeah, after this I'm gonna be, or 2, yeah. Actually, I guess since it's the very tail end of the stream, I'm gonna talk a bit more about that video game that I plan on playing. Kind of just to advertise it a little bit, but mostly because I think that cover art is really cool. I'm just going to show you the cover art, basically. Metamorphosis game. Yes, game demo. Copy. Control V. Where is... oh my god. It's very tiny, by the way. The file size is very tiny. But yeah, I just thought this art is super cool, so that's kind of what attracted my attention to it. But yeah, it's I'm gonna be playing the demo next Wednesday, so because Ghost Wednesdays are coming back, everyone. So yippee! At least I'm trying to bring them back. Hopefully I'm not dead. Yeah, hopefully I'm not dead next you know, hopefully I'm not ascended to heaven or hell. Let's be honest, it's probably hell. But yeah, so next Wednesday night, probably either 5:30 to 6 p.m. EST, depends on how I feel on Monday, because I'm gonna write that down on Monday. But yeah, otherwise I am you know, thank you everyone for coming here today, and I hope the rest of your days goes well. So, yeah, sorry again to Dog Lover for the whole for things kind of suddenly ending, but yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and find my target real quick. Good stream, thank you. Yep, hi VOD. Okay, so let's see. Usually I like to look for other art streamers, or other people streaming art. So, let's see. I haven't streamed this guy in a very long time, but yeah. Trying to see what he's doing. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I don't know, I don't really feel like hunting anyone new, to be honest, so... yeah, let's see what this person is doing right here. It's, sorry, this is like the slowest part, yeah. Are we going to raid? I do plan to. You know what, I'm just gonna raid Paulette again, so... I felt like I raided her relatively recently, but she is, I have been hanging out with her a little bit more, so she's got a pretty fun, setup going, so she's a cat girl, or space cat girl VTuber, so... yeah, I'm just gonna raid Paulette again. Yeah, she's been I'm not sure if she's still working on that model commission. It looks like she was working on some sort of wood thing. But yeah, I was actually in her stream earlier, so... But yeah, we will be raiding, so hold on. Okay. And I'm not the best about raid messages, but I'm gonna at least try... Yep, thank you for hanging out, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna... Let's see if I can try and get something set up, so... Raid... Yeah, we'll just... We'll try setting this up, so... If this doesn't work, just drop some fish. Fish for the cat girl, but yeah, so... Anyways, hope the rest of your Friday goes well, everybody, and, alright, let's get to the ending screen. Okay, let's raid.